Today's Bible reading. For the Lord gives wisdom, from his mouth come knowledge and understanding. He holds success in store for the upright. He is a shield to those whose walk is blameless. For he guards the course of the just and protects the way of his faithful ones. Proverbs 2 verses 6 to 8. What's up, guys? It's your girl Faith, and welcome back to Faith in the Process. Today is Wednesday, so get ready to join me on my intense leg day workout that's bound to leave you sore for days. I've been diligently perfecting my form and incorporating progressive overloads to build strength and muscle. It truly has been a learning curve, starting from having incorrect form and risking potential injuries to finally beginning to get the hang of things and perfecting certain workouts to maximize my gains. Bear in mind, this is all a part of the process. Now, my current routine is the result of thorough research focusing on the most effective workouts for specific target groups. In my leg day routine, I'll be targeting my quads, glutes, and hamstrings. Let's get into it. When it comes to selecting which warm-up stretches to do, I personally utilize exercises that give me the utmost lower body mobility, so make sure to use what serves that purpose for you. I specifically like the first stretching warm-up because it engages my back, which is where I feel the most tightness generally, whilst also engaging my hip muscles. A few videos that I've watched on getting the right form for hip thrusts to target your glutes, for one, suggest that you place your hands and feet as I am doing here in order to get the right 90-degree angle such that when you thrust your hips upward, you target your glutes. But that hasn't necessarily been the case for me. What I realize is it helps me target my quads more. At least I get more quad engagement with my feet placed that way, even though they are outwardly pointed. But what I've realized is that if I extend my feet a little further to the front, I get to have more hamstring and glute involvement. So really, it's still something I'm figuring out, but I'm also learning that this is what works for me, and it's still a safe way to conduct hip thrusts. And that's another thing. You're going to hear different things from different people. I literally have heard opposing views over how to get into the right form for hip thrusts, but this is what works for me. Placing my feet in that position helps me target my quads more or engage my quads more, and extending my feet forward as I will do helps engage my hamstrings and my glutes more. So yeah, and definitely I feel the burn. I really do. Another thing I learned just recently is the importance of holding your hip thrust, especially towards the end of your set. Now, when you're doing the hip thrust, generally you want to make sure to squeeze your glutes at the top, which allows for you to engage your glute muscles, at least if you are using a hip thrust specifically to target your glutes. But what I didn't know prior to this is that holding your hip thrust towards the end of your set allows for you to also gain core stability in addition to maximal glute strength and stability. And when I tell you that this workout burns, I mean exactly that. I really do. It'll have you sore for days, as it does for me, and I really feel it. So yeah, I do the hold for 10 seconds. at most right now because that's what I'm able to do. But if you could do it for longer, kudos to you, but definitely give it a shot. RDLs are likely my favorite leg day workout. Now, when I first started doing RDLs, I experienced a lot of pain in my lower back, especially the day after. And I didn't quite understand why that was the case, and I didn't feel any soreness in my glutes, especially being that many people recommended RDLs to be a great workout for glute growth or glute engagement. So it really concerned me that I was feeling the pain in my lower back. And so I did more research on that. And what I got to learn was the reason why I felt the pain in my lower back is because my glutes were asleep, meaning my glutes were inactive. And so my lower back muscles were compensating for that inactivity. And so then I started to work on my form for my RDLs, which was the reason why I was activating my lower back muscles instead of my glute muscles. And what really helped me do that was working on mind-muscle communication. I do that by visualizing that I am closing a door with my bum now. And because I'm intentionally thinking about that, I am able to work on getting the correct form. So I would definitely encourage you, if you are trying to get the right form for RDLs, definitely watch more videos about form, but also work on your mind-muscle communication. It really goes a long way. It really helps you with getting that form nailed down. But yeah, another thing I would advise you to do is not start working on progressive overloads just yet until you get the right form for RDLs. Because what you could potentially be doing is risking back injury. So what I did, when I first started RDLs, I started with 5-pound weights on each side. And because my back was hurting, I decided to backtrack and use no weights. Once I got the form nailed down is when I started using progressive overload, so increasing my weights. So I started back with 5 pounds, and at the moment I could lift 30 pounds on each side. So targeting, for a greater weight, but I'm very happy that I'm able to even lift that much because I couldn't do that before. But yeah, definitely recommend RDLs for you because even days after, I could feel my target muscles working. So yeah, I think it's a really good workout. But yeah, give it a shot. Now, I'm still mastering my form for Bulgarian split squats. This workout also comes highly recommended for your quads and your glutes. Now, one thing that I have seen consistently in a number of videos is that in order to engage your quads, you want to make sure you have your foot at a 90-degree angle, at least your front foot at a 90-degree angle, and you want to be standing more upright. But to engage your glutes, you want to bend forward a bit or hinge your hips and do your squats that way. But yeah, I'm still learning or mastering my form for Bulgarians because I feel I target my quads a lot more, both in the quad-centered workouts as well as what is supposed to be my glute-centered workouts. But yeah, I think either way, I've still come a long way, and getting feedback from people around about my form is definitely so encouraging, as is the case here. The burn is real.
And the burns,
Pardon?
the burns.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh.
You're doing great.
Thank you. I've been trying to work on my form for Bulgarians, so.
Cool.
Oh gosh.
I know it's work, it's hard, but
Yeah.
it pays off eventually.
Yeah.
This takes a lot of patience.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm learning that for sure.
Yeah. But you're sticking with it. That's great.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, this lady was so sweet, and I really appreciated her. Because yeah, split squats definitely one of the workouts I've struggled with my leg day routine. But I am convinced that I will master it at some point. So yeah, I'm very determined to master the right form for Bulgarians. But yeah, so if you can work with that, definitely give it a shot and let's get it together. And if at all you do have any usable commentary or any advice for getting the right form for these workouts, please feel free to leave a comment or hit me up on my Instagram. I have my details in my video description. But yeah, guys, please feel free to hit me up. Share with me what you know, what's helped you. And yeah, whatever useful information you could give will very much be appreciated. At this point, the soreness is kicking in. I am contemplating my life. Why am I doing this to myself? But yeah, this is the cost. This is the cost. Keep it moving, guys. Keep it pushing. Don't give up. Now, the cable machine was being utilized at the time, so I could not do cable kickbacks as I would typically do. And in this case, I choose to improvise. So I opted to do B-stance RDLs for about the same time as I would do my cable kickbacks. So yeah, this is another thing. Sometimes unpredictable things may happen at the gym. Somebody may be using a machine that you want to use at a certain point. So learning to improvise or be quick on your feet and switch things up is a good practice. Also, it helps you not just leave with frustration. You got to keep it moving just as you would in any other area of your life. So yeah, here are B-stance RDLs, which also target your glutes and your hamstrings. So yeah, very good workout. So when I first started doing leg days, I did not incorporate a cardio session after my strength training sessions because I preferred doing cardio at the beginning. But what I also came to learn is doing cardio after your strength training sessions is important for fat burning, and your girl wants to burn some fat. So this is another thing I try to reserve some energy for at the end of my workouts. It's also another thing that just makes me feel pretty good about myself after, to know that, okay, I've completed my workout and I'm still able to go the extra mile. So that's another thing I try to keep in mind. And I also tried to do something fun with my cardio workouts, because before I really did not like cardio. I did not enjoy it as much. I really enjoy strength training and weightlifting. So utilizing settings that are already preset on the treadmill and just having those variations there is another way in which I make my workouts fun. So guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope you got to learn a thing or two. If you have any comments for me, if you want to reach out to me, please feel free to do so. My Instagram is in my description. Otherwise, do feel free to leave a comment. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. God bless.